way we're playing and the way other teams are currently playing, we have to be confident that we're going to get into the top 5 as an absolute minimum. Hello, welcome back to another video on the channel. Newcastle United have won again, this time 4-1 over Manchester United, and that is always a really good feeling. Obviously, to beat Manchester United at any point is good, but to beat them 4-1 comfortably at home is exceptional. And it puts Newcastle in an amazing position in their race for Champions League qualification for next season, where the team now sit 4th in the league with a game in hand, and if they win that game in hand, which is Wednesday night against Crystal Palace, then the team will be 3rd in the league, which is absolute dreamland for... I mean, this season just is getting better and better and better at the moment, so we've just got to keep the momentum going, keep it up, and it's 5 wins in a row now, including the Carabao Cup final, so things are going very, very well for Newcastle United. It was a good game against Manchester United. I mean, we thoroughly deserved to win. The second half performance in particular was absolutely outstanding. We totally deserved the win. The first half was a little bit closer. Manchester United going in at half-time 1-1. Equalising. They did cause us some problems in the first half in particular, I thought, in attack. Their defence was very, very poor though, and we took advantage of that with, I mean, just an unbelievable goal. Alexander Isak must be with like one of the assists of the season, but then Tonali to volley it into the far corner as well. It was such an amazing goal to open the score, and it was just a joy to see it. But then obviously Man United equalised. It was a little bit deflating, but to be fair to the players, they came out after half time and we got the second goal within a couple of minutes of the restart. Harvey Barnes proving that he's an absolutely valuable member of this team and this squad. And then of course he followed it up with another goal, which it was a bit of like the Red Sea parting, wasn't it? It was kind of Manchester United's defence just kind of opened up for him, and he kept running and running and running, a bit like Forrest Gump, and he hit a beautiful finish into the top corner to make it 3-1. And then Manchester United's terrible playing it out from the back thing that they kept doing, and we cottoned onto that quite quickly, and we were really pressuring the keeper, and ultimately he made a mistake which led to Joe Linton heading the ball straight into Bruno's path, who finished nicely. So really lovely goals, really good game, and a few standouts. Obviously Tonali's goal, yes, but Tonali's performance as a whole was just fantastic. Like I said, Isak's a brilliant assist for his goal. Tonali was my man of the match personally, but a very close second was Tino Livramento, in my opinion. He's just been an absolute revelation down that left-hand side. He was involved in the second goal, where he went down the left, played a beautiful ball across. Murphy did a really good job at cutting the ball back for Harvey Barnes to sort of tap it in, but Harvey Barnes was in the right place. Another assist for Murphy, which is worth noting. His season continues to get better and better, even though this wasn't necessarily his best game. So just wonderful, really. And obviously Harvey Barnes himself, second half performance in particular, was just outstanding. And he got himself 2 goals, and just... he must be buzzing at the moment. So things going really, really well. We did what was required and obviously got a comfortable win. But now we've got a huge match on Wednesday against Palace, and they're going to offer a completely different challenge. There's no doubt about that. I'm hoping that the players still have some energy left and that we can attack Palace. But, you know, they're going to cause a threat to us. However, Manchester City proved at the weekend that if you attack Palace, they will concede some goals. So I think what we have to do is be quite high energy, try and get at them early, get in the lead, and try and win the game early, so we can then hopefully preserve energy later, because obviously we've then got Villa at the weekend, which is another big game. So if we do beat Palace, then what that means is that I think it takes the pressure off that Villa game a little bit anyway, because if it just sort of means that we could go to Villa Park and lose and it not be an absolute catastrophe. Whereas if we don't beat Palace, really we would then need to get at least a point at Villa Park. I think going to Villa Park and not losing is kind of important anyway, to keep the momentum going, but also just keeps that distance between us and Villa, who are not that far behind us. And it's like where do Newcastle end up this season? Like, realistically we could finish anywhere between 2nd and 7th at the moment, which is kind of a bit mad. Obviously Arsenal are still a little bit ahead of us, but if we win the game in hand on Wednesday night against Palace, easier said than done. But if we do, we'll be in 3rd place and 4 points behind Arsenal, and we have to play them. So talking about 2nd place is not beyond the realms of possibility, but on the flip side, it's football, and the chances are we're going to end up losing or dropping points in games that we don't expect to. Just look at the games that have happened over the last couple of weekends. You know, Chelsea dropping points unexpectedly, Forest maybe dropping points unexpectedly, Man City dropping points unexpectedly to Man United last week, that sort of thing. Like, it does happen to all the teams. So we've just got to kind of keep getting results, keep getting wins, and getting to that point where we secure that top 5 finish. Potentially second is there. I'm not being greedy. I'm certainly not going to predict that we're going to finish second, because I don't think we will. But it is just an interesting twist to this season that isn't a ridiculous question to be asking, really, and I find that kind of interesting. But like I said, if things go badly for us, we could also finish 7th. So that's kind of the range we're at the moment. But the way we're playing and the way other teams are currently playing, I think we have to be confident that we're going to get into the top 5 as an absolute minimum. And really, you know, we should be top 4 on current form. We're currently the form team in the league, actually, along with Liverpool, I think. So, you know, we've got every chance, we've got every opportunity to see this through and make a wonderful season into, you know, possibly the best season that I've ever experienced as a fan. It's kind of unbelievable to say it, but, you know, we've already won a cup and we could end up qualifying for the Champions League in, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd or 4th place. It's kind of just a bit mad, really. If we take care of our business at home, we're going to be okay. If we win the 4 remaining home games we have left, that means we'll be on 68 points. 68 points should secure top 5, I think, especially with the way teams are dropping points around us. In a sense, the away games, which are against Villa, Brighton and Arsenal, might not matter. But obviously, I think we need to hopefully get a result in at least a couple of those games. Yeah, Villa's going to be a tough game, but we could avoid defeat there. We've won at Villa Park in the past. Brighton, a bogey team, but really, come on. If we play well, we should be beating Brighton at the moment on current form. They dropped points again at the weekend as well. So, you know, there's an opportunity there. We've beaten Arsenal 3 times this season, so we shouldn't go to the Emirates with any fear. None of them are easy games, but again, none of them are games that we should fear. And let's be honest, we're a good team. Teams will not want to be playing us. That's the absolute bottom line here. So it's all in our hands. Let's just keep getting the results. Let's just see where we end up. You know, like I said, in an absolute dream world, it could be 2nd. I don't think it will be that high, but 3rd is not beyond the realms of possibility as a genuine place we could finish. But we also don't want it to be going wrong and then finishing 7th. So we just need to kind of do what we need to do. Wednesday, if we do win, that's going to give us a lovely cushion of 5 points from 6th place. So that'll give us a nice 5-point cushion into in the top 5, which is absolutely massive with 6 games to go. Very good. Lovely weekend. Brilliant results for us. An exciting week. 2 big games now against Palace and Villa. Let's see where we end up.